It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Dodge.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Flushed out right. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays.
Here we go.
And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. He's got room to roam, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gun. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Baker going to give it to Irving, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, 66 yards. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
11 MT tank.
Now it's Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get set. 11 MT. 11 MT.
To the air again, Burrow. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You got to keep scoring.
Now Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Second and a couple.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. 12. 12. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch, watch.
Mayfield looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Regular, regular, regular. King. Watch out.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they get the score with a clock at all zeros. Now, are they gutsy here in the second quarter and go for two?
I think they go ahead and kick the ball through the post. Down one at that stage. Yeah, I know. No guts, no glory, right? But I think they kick it through the post. They'll feel like they're tied. They'll feel like it's an even game.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's got it. So they get the two-point conversion, and with that, this game suddenly tied as we reach the end of the first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this is caught by Evans. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Mayfield now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 43.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Let's get set. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The drive starts with a run by White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down and 8.
Hey, we're 33.
They stay on the ground with White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Buccaneers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Here's second down.
Gun. Cut.
Burrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast.
Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes.
And his first look is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
20, 10, and they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And they finally bring it down, but he reaches the 16. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Hey, alert.
Mayfield to throw it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Point it right.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
15, yellow.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, 57.
Mahomes going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Hey, Sunday. Right side.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Mahomes to throw once more. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs are once again back in front.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
1st down, here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10.
Regular.
Mayfield.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Second and 7.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hey, alert! Kings! Run. Dot.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Throw left side taken in by Palmer.
Well, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Mayfield down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half.
1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So this just a 5-point game as we resume action in this 2nd half on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
Again, it's Pacheco.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Run. Hey, alert 33. Pistol. What's up?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Hey, alert 33. Regular. Kings. What's up?
4th down, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Pass complete to Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
2nd and 3. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert 33. Pistol. Done.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Here's a toss coming right. And this time they'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry. Regular. Kings. Run. What's that?
Mayfield.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Real. What's that?
Mayfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone. Right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Baker.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here comes 2nd down.
Alert! Hey, alert! Point it right. What's on?
Mayfield to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackled on the play by Shaquille Barrett. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A toss play, Montgomery. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Goff now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll go for it. Goff. That's cut beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown. So now the Lions going with the offense, trying for two.
Will set up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And that's brought in for two, Brung. That's going to put him up 8-0. Well, really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the two-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they can make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field.
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he's dropped at the 37 after pushing this forward a bit. Offense up to the line fast. Once again, Irving. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Finds a seam down the middle. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Alex Anzalone with the pick. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that two-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. And off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They go play action with Goff. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the gun, Goff. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions with the football. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They're going for this. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on fourth down. That was impressive. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Montgomery. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Gonna keep this one and go. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes the final play of our first half. And the QB keeps pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's knocked loose. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third down, here's Mayfield. Got Evans, it's complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense in the hurry up here. Running on 2nd with White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. Third and short, Mayfield. He has the first over the middle. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
McLaughlin has it on the tape, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the first. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, and they go right back to him. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 48. Rolling left, buying some time. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Goff on 3rd. Buys time, rolling right. Finds Laporta. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
They send St. Brown in motion left. Back to throw it. Has the connection to right. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Goff. The throw is caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. Running left, it's Montgomery. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Need better results here on second and goal from the 10. Looking to throw, Goff. This throw is caught. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he is to throw. He will put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. To throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to take this to the end zone.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Second and goal from the 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. 1st down after 1st down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
They'll run for it with Henry, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal.
But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now, second and goal.
DC, ready? DC. Hey, sit on!
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
A great play there. 63 yards.
And the Bucs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Mayfield going to try to throw for the two. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the two-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Forced out to his left.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
They go play action now. Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A touchdown the differential. A 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Baker Mayfield scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Buccaneers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert 33. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He's still on his feet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A third quarter now and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
3rd and goal, Jackson.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Play fake. Mayfield steps away to his left.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
No, we changed it.
In motion, Aguilar. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are right back in this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
This is caught by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's a 2nd and 7. Opting to run again here with White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here we go, 1st and goal.
Point it right.
Here's White.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Now Mayfield.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's 1st down.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
Jackson.
Rolling to his left. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Nice game-ending pick flexed biceps.
Running out of the gun with White. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the...
Why he called timeout though?
No leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the...
Appreciate that, G. He was disrespectful though, had to. He was kneeling in the 3rd quarter. I feel you, lol. I apologize for the silence streams to y'all. My girl pregnant and she be sleep sometimes, lol. Damn. Dude was kneeling third quarter? What an a-hole. Lol, facts, cause he was winning, but you know I'll flip shit ASAP if you play.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone.
Stream record 2-1.
Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. On the return from the end zone, here's Britton Covey. Oh, and there's a big hit right away. He is knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. First and 10. To the air right away is Hurts. Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game. Second down throw for Hurts. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Shaq Barrett. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone, 4 touchdowns.
Pick six this early?
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. He's up to the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On play action, Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run here with Barkley. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. The coverage too good downfield. He'll wind up taking him down. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. 3rd and long. Now it's Hurts. Oh, he thought he had a man across the field, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their 22. One quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. He'll push forward for about a yard. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Right back to Irving. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On play action, Mayfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hurts now. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A first down throw for Hurts. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. 2nd down and 3. Hurts again. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He finna throw me another one.
Hurts. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted.
A lot of defenses will try to isolate the best receiver, Mike, and say, okay, we're going to take him out of the game. Well, I think in this case, we might see the offense do the exact same thing. They might take this one particular defender into pass coverage and say, we are not going to throw his way. He's already got me twice. I'm not going to let him get me again.
Reed Blankenship has the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
King. Hurry.
Tight end going in motion here.
Run.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Dead!
To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. On the ground, they'll go with Rachaad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Baker going to hand it to White. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
TD.
They go play action with Mayfield.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Rachaad White, touchdown Buccaneers. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
That's all, folks. Appreciate y'all pulling up to the stream. I'll be back.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Finna keep putting this belt till he quit at least.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So, 3 quarters have... Hurts will work here from the pistol. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A pistol snap back to Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. To the air again, Hurts. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Hurts and the
Can't believe I let this trash can score. Loudly crying face.
They'll drop to throw. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for two. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Regular.
On play action, Mayfield. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
King. Run. Real. Up. What's that?
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Hurry!
They send the tight end in motion.
Alert! Hey, alert! Point it right. Done!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy.
GG, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great day.
And our terrific team behind the scenes. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.
Stream record 3-1.